Hey, welcome back to the channel. So guess what? Maybe you can feel me on this. You may know how this feels, right? Probably you've been out there bidding contracts for some time now, right? But here's the problem. You're probably a little bit frustrated if you're not winning any of the contracts that you're bidding. I can raise my hand and say, I've been in the same boat. I was at a point where I'm bidding contracts and nothing, not hearing anything back, nothing, like crickets, seriously. And just, shelling out bids, no results. So I want to share a story with you real quickly. Here's how, like, the light bulb moment came on for me. So I had this opportunity to bid on a contract, and I'm putting together pricing, right? Because I have to get pricing from my subcontractors and things like that. And as we're waiting on numbers to come in, we have to go and deliver the actual bid because it's the last minute and we haven't got in all our numbers. So we have to drive, I think it was like a couple hours away from my house here in Texas. It was somewhere near, I can't remember, maybe Austin or something. But anyways, a couple hours drive. So we got up early that morning driving, and we're still waiting on numbers. Remember this. So once we got down there, here's the game plan. This is how it's going to lay out, right? So we'll get there. We'll find like an Office Depot, Staples, Office Max, something like that. And we'll have the numbers faxed to that location, right? Because you don't take bid numbers over the phone. So we're going to have the numbers faxed over, and then we're going to add the numbers to the bid, total it out, and submit the bid. Well, didn't work like that. So we get down there and we're looking for a place, right, to get these, to receive the fax. And the place we found, it wasn't Office Depot, Office Max, or Staples. It was a small little store, and they didn't open until like 9 o'clock. Bids are due 10 o'clock, okay? So we're in there. We have to wait, right, for them to open up. And I mean, you talking about sweating bullets, okay? Can you imagine the frustration and just being totally overwhelmed? So anyway, we get the bid numbers in. We put it together. We had to make copies because they wanted, I think, like 3 or 4 copies, right? So we have to print it off, make copies, all this kind of stuff, package it up, total numbers, that kind of thing, and then still get to the place in this small little town that we've never been to. So we're still trying to find the place, right? From the place where we received the fax. We finally get there. 2 minutes late. And you take your bid and you stamp it in. And it was 2 minutes late and they wouldn't take it. Talking about frustrating, right? So I don't want that to happen to you. So here's the thing. For those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Felicia Streeter over at FeliciaStreeter.com with the Contractor's Edge. I help small businesses just like you grow your contracting business. I help you increase your capacity, scale, and grow. And maybe for you, that's going into government contracting. We help you do that, all right? So here's the thing. That might have been a little horror story for you. But after that, here's the thing. And you may have your own. So, don't get me wrong. You may have your own story to share or what happened to you. But here's some things that I want to share with you that you can do to prevent this from happening in the future. Or if it has not happened at all, let's prevent it from happening at all, right? Learn from my mistake, okay? Because here's what I'm sharing with you today. So here's the first thing. You want to have a checklist of everything you want to include. But here's some of the things you want to consider as you're putting together a bid as well. So that's what I want to share with you here today. All right. So here's the thing. One, you're going to have to know how to bid. The second thing is know that it takes time to source numbers from other contractors. You have to give them time to get the numbers to you, and then you have time to put the whole bid together. And know how long that takes, because that will determine if you have time to bid on a particular project. So just because you have an opportunity and maybe it's 2 weeks out and you're thinking, oh, I have plenty of time. Yeah, but you still got to give your subs time to get numbers in to you first. And then you have to compile everything. And then how does it have to be delivered? Do you have to FedEx it? Are you going to take it in person? What does that look like? You need to consider all those things as it relates to how much time is it going to take you. Okay. The next thing is you need to know all of the necessary steps for putting together the bid. This is where we probably dropped the ball on that. And but here's the reality. Some of our contractors, we needed certain numbers, and for a certain division, we didn't have it at all. And so we couldn't bid without them, so we had to kind of wait on them. But just know what that looks like for you. Everything that you need, what are the necessary steps you're going to need to take to put together a bid, how many people are going to be involved, all of those things, because you have to also consider the time that that's going to take, okay? And then, if it's a solicitation, you're going to have to break down a solicitation to even get to bidding and things like that. How much time will it take you to break down a solicitation? And for those of you that are new to this, you're new to the game, you see this notebook here? Yeah, you could have a solicitation this thick. So how long will it take you to go through? And here's the thing. You can't skim through this. This is a solicitation that can make or break your business. You need to know everything that it says in here. You need to know what requirements are. If there's going to be back charges because of something you didn't know. You need to know everything that's in the solicitation. And, can you handle it? Do you meet the requirements? That kind of thing. And what happens if you don't? Okay. The next thing is you need to know what to include in the proposal if you have to submit a proposal, like on an RFP or something like that. And a lot of that information will come from the solicitation, which again is why it's so important to break down the solicitation. Because here's what happens. If you don't submit everything that they're asking for in the proposal, it goes in the trash. Okay. Here's another thing. Stop bidding stuff that you have no shot at winning. Like, come up, out of the clouds. And I don't mind stretching it a little bit. But here's the thing. Some things you're bidding, you don't have the capacity, cash flow, manpower to deliver. And you can't wait until you get a contract. I had a client tell me last week that their thing is they're going to find a bid first and then find contractors that they're going to bid it out to. That's not how we work. That'll never work. In reality, if you're good enough, but hey, why add the extra stress? And who wants to be working 24/7 trying to get a bid done? I don't. Okay, so be prepared for that. Bid things that you have an opportunity or a chance at winning. I like to share my go, no-go bid formula with my clients so that quickly I give them a checklist, right, of some things to look at that'll determine whether they should bid on a contract. So go means proceed, bid. No-go means not that one. Move on to the next one, okay? I also have and you should have this too, is a bid spreadsheet. If you don't have a software like RS Means or something that you're using like that, and you're still more on a manual side, you can use a Google Docs, Excel spreadsheet, Apple numbers to calculate and formulate your bid numbers. I've even created a spreadsheet with the bid formulas in it for my clients in my Contractor's Edge Bootcamp, so they get access to that, where it helps them with bidding. And guess what? It has all the formulas in it. So yours should have formulas too, so that you're not having to carry numbers over from one page of the spreadsheet to the next, or the workbook they call it, or that kind of thing. Because what happens is every time you're copying like manually numbers, you can transpose numbers and mess some stuff up. So you want to have formulas in place to where it is bringing the numbers over for you automatically, okay? Oh, this is a game changer. You also want to have more than one set of eyes looking at a bid. I think I've just told you why that's the case, right? Because you could transpose numbers or anything, and you just want to make sure that everything's in place, all the requirements are met, you're providing all the information that they ask for, and that your numbers are correct, and that you've included all of the pertinent numbers in that bid so that you can profit. So a second set of eyes is always great. I tell my clients, make that happen. So always have someone else look at your bids for you, just to make sure you haven't forgotten anything, okay? Okay, and the last thing. So make sure you submit it on time. They're not playing about that. In my story, 2 minutes late, in the trash, you can forget it. All of that work, we were working on that project, putting together the numbers for weeks. So that was employee time wasted, owner time wasted, money wasted, because employees, we had to pay them regardless, right? That kind of thing. So make sure you're basically following the requirements, bid things that you know you have a shot at winning. Put a system in place to help you work through that process and make it a little bit easier for you. And then when you're done, just make sure someone looks at it. Have a second set of eyes on it, okay? Now, if you already have a bid process, here's what I suggest. Tighten it up, okay? I have a bid checklist of things that people a lot of times leave out, and so you're welcome to partake of that. That's a free resource. I'll put the link below. But check against that and just, check it off, whether you have everything or not. And if it's something that you need to add it. Again, it's your business, it's your process, but at least look at it and you decide whether you need to add something or not, okay? But here's the thing. If it's not working right now, I say give it a whirl. Try it, okay? Now, if you don't have a bid process in place, like I'm talking a list, step by step, everything you need to do, you've probably realized that you need one, especially if you're bidding contracts and you're not winning, okay? The next thing is when you're sourcing out for numbers from contractors and others on bids, give them enough time to get the numbers back to you. And at the very least, if you don't hear anything back, I would even go as far as to say, when I send an email out to source a bid, that I would even ask them to just reply and let me know that they've received it, okay? So that I know they received it and either they're gonna respond or they're not, kind of things. Just so you know where things are at. Here's another tidbit. This is a writer down. So when you send the opportunity to bid out to your contractors and say the bid is due, I'm just going to throw a number, Friday, you might want your numbers from them no later than Wednesday. So you would tell them the due date is Wednesday, so that you have 2 days to put everything together and plus hunt down the few people that don't turn theirs in on time. I'm just saying. All right. So here's the thing. Bid contracts that you have a shot at winning. Now, to determine what that looks like, what you need, and things like that, I'm going to share with you, like I said, I'll share with you my bid checklist, and you can definitely partake of that. But you also need to have systems and processes in place to facilitate successful execution of your bid process, okay? I'm telling you, doing this will save you a lot of time, a lot of money, and some heartache, all right? So if you like this video and what I'm putting down, make sure you like this video for me. If you have not subscribed, definitely subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on other goodness like this. I'm putting out videos every week, excuse me, on government contracting, increasing your capacity, scaling your business, and growing your business. So definitely hang around for that. And here's the thing. If you're interested, like I said, get the bid checklist, okay? It's over at FeliciaStreeter.com, and I'll definitely put that in the link below. Other than that, make sure you subscribe, get your goodies below, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.